What's up, you tactical bastards? I'm sitting in my basement with my two little buddies here, and I have a Glock. I know, another Glock video. Well, you know what? You could do a lot with Glocks. Gives you a lot of content. They're awesome, okay? And I have this customer came in and he was saying he was really whining about how hard the Ruger 2245 or Mark III, whatever you want to call it, it is to disassemble. And I haven't disassembled this in a pretty long time. And I just want to show you, don't be afraid to take your guns apart, because you can't hurt them. I mean, you can't break them. You know what I mean? Worst comes to worst, you can't get it back together. You bring it back up to the shop and the guys will help you get it back together. But I'm telling you, there's so many great YouTube videos out there, and you will get it back together. My problem on my channel is I got too many videos. So if you ask me for the video, I'm like, yeah. I have like 1,100 videos, and it's like, I have no idea where it is, dude. Just type it in and search it and hope it pops up. But there's so many people that that have videos on this. They have all different ways of doing it. But I'll put that aside for now. This is a really nice 22. I took out the what's the name? The magazine. You know, for safety, as far as you know, when there's no mag in there, you couldn't pull the trigger, because it just, when you release it, the mag comes out a lot nicer, and when you take it apart, it's a lot easier. For some reason, Jesus God, I'm always got some kind of gas or hiccups or burping and all kinds of shit. It's because I eat horrible. So I'll put that there for now. This is my Glock 19. This is probably a Gen 4. You know, I'm having trouble shooting this as good as I want to shoot it. I could shoot it good, but I want to shoot it awesome. And in order for me to shoot it awesome, I'm going to have to lighten the trigger, because I'm a fan of a light trigger. I know there's a lot of people out there that say, well, you know what, light triggers are dangerous. I don't understand that, because I just don't understand that. Because if you're trained to keep your finger high and away, like you're supposed to, like that, you're not going to have an issue. Okay, light triggers are bad when the gun's put in a pocketbook or a glove compartment. We already covered that. You got to be careful. Something could get hooked on it. But as long as it's in a holster and it's on your body, for me, I'm confident with a light trigger. I mean, not super light, but a light trigger, and I don't have a problem with it. So that's me. Okay, so first of all, we're going to clear it. And this is why I love these guns so much. First, I want to thank my friend Tom for sending me this Wounded Warriors Project sticker. So awesome. I'll be sticking that on my wall. Thank you, Tom. It took me a while to find it. I finally found it because I was moving and all that stuff. So, you know, there's videos on this. I'm putting these 3.5 connectors in, and I got videos on it, but just hanging out and talking shit, I figured I was going to do it. I figured, let me do it on video. What the hell? Because God knows where that video is. So, Glocks are awesome because you can customize them. I mean, the stock trigger, when you get it, is 5.5 pounds, which isn't bad. What Glock has over other guns, even the VP9, how much I love that thing, shoots awesome. The Glock has the best reset. It just has such a positive reset. And if you're new to firearms, the reset is when you're letting the trigger outwards and it clicks. Listen to that. So positive. Firm, it doesn't move, and then when you go to pull it again, see, to me, see right there, for me that trigger should have broke already, but I have to apply a little more pressure, and that's why I'm shooting to the left, because how I'm pulling the trigger. They have the best resets. I mean, even the Walther PPQ has a real nice reset, but it's still not as firm as the Glock is. So what I'm going to do is just show you an easy way to do it. You can see what's going on here. Pull the trigger. Okay, take the gun apart. Get your slide, put that aside. Let me get my glasses on because I'm getting older fast. Really, really fast. Okay? I don't know what's going on. It's like someone's got my age on fast forward, you know? I don't get it. It's like after I hit 40, it's like it's just been like a roller coaster downhill. I know I don't exercise, I don't eat right. I know about that. What a lot of people do is they'll take out the whole thing to put this connector in. You don't have to do that. You can just take out the rear pin. I do have a 3.5 OEM connector from Glock, but the problem with it is it's not enough for me. It really doesn't do much as far as lightening the trigger. So the best way to go, and if you talk to a Glock dealer, they're going to tell you not to use these. I don't know why they say that, because there's millions of these out there. People, hundreds of thousands of people have these in their Glocks, and no one's having any problems with them. Okay, I've had them in every Glock I ever owned, and I've had it in my last Glock, 3rd generation Glock, and I've had way over 2,000 rounds on that connector. Never had no problems whatsoever. So I am a firm believer in the Ghost 3.5 connector. It's a good connector and it's reliable. There you go. So right now we have the Glock OEM 3.5 connector, which to me is just not enough. Maybe in a Gen 3 it would be enough, but not in a Gen 4. So I'm just going to push out this back pin. I know you can't see what I'm doing, but I need a cameraman. Or like a hot camera girl. How cool would that be? Just push that pin out, and then I'm going to lift the rear ass end of it out of here, if I can remember how to do it. Like that. And just kind of twist it till this cross looks like a crucifix. Now I already did a 25-cent trigger job. I polished everything, so I don't have to do that. That's something you can do also to even make it more smoother. Not lighter, smoother. Smooth is the aim, not the lightness, really. So, okay, that's out of there. And just like that, and you just need a micro screwdriver. These are cool. I get these at Harbor Freight. They're like for the eyeglasses. And I'm going to put it at the very base here and just give it a turn. Remember, the Glock parts are plastic, so when you're using metal against plastic, try not to gouge it all up, man. You don't want to do that. Okay, and push that out. Okay, so this is the 3.5 connector, OEM. Now I'm going to hold on to that, and it doesn't matter Gen 3, Gen 4, it goes in both guns. I'm going to hold on to that because I'm thinking about getting a Glock 17 3rd generation. Why, you ask? Even though you're not asking, I'm going to tell you. Because they're thinking about phasing out the Gen 3 models, and I think that's stupid. So since they're thinking about phasing out the Gen 3 models, I'm going to get me a Glock 17 Gen 3. Now here's the Ghost connector. And before you put it in, they're already polished. Okay, you can feel it. All the edges are nice and rounded off. But sometimes you'll get one that's not, so you just want to check it. And it's pretty polished and rounded off, so I'm not going to polish it anymore. Next thing you want to check is its 90-degree angle. Make sure it's straight. You really won't know till you put it in. I'll show you what I mean. So I'm just going to put that right back in here. And, okay, now I'm going to do crucifix in there, just like this, down. Like that. I know you can't see what I'm doing. You're probably like, what the hell did you just do? Well, I'm doing the best I can. Okay, and it's in. That's simple. And that's a very important oiling point is right there also. So let's put the pin back in. Now what other gun could you make the trigger lighter that quick with? Here's your answer. None. I mean with this little tools. You know what I mean? None. You want that pin to be exactly the same width on each side. Make sure it sticks out the same distance on each side. That is absolutely perfect. Very good. And like I said, I already did the 25-cent trigger job. Now I'll know, I've been pulling the trigger on this gun forever. I'll know right away if it's going to be a difference. It should be. Now I don't have oil. I should always have oil. There isn't any. So I have to get up. Damn it. What a loser. Alright. Oil me, oil me, oil me. Where are you at? There we go. Ed Brown Firearms oil. I think it's Militech 1, I think is what it is. So I just put a little drop of oil right where that sticks up. If you move this back and forth, you'll see where that's rubbing, and that's where you want to put the oil. So I just put just a drop. I mean, this thing might put too much. That's perfect. Okay? And while I have the gun apart, I'll just put a drop, just a half a drop on each tab. I mean, Glocks are awesome because they don't need a lot of lubrication to run. They really don't. You buy these $1,000 guns, and if you run them dry, they fucking jam. I mean, it's just like, come on. Some of them. Every gun has its own personality, though. Remember that. So, feels better that way. Oh my God, yes. So much better. So we got it. Let it out. You want to hear that click when you let it out. There it is. Now I'm going to start pulling through the wall, and I can pull through the wall with no muzzle movement. You want to hear that click. If you don't hear that click when you're letting it out, that means the connector is bent. Hear that click? That's what you want to hear. If you're going to mess around and bend your connector, and then you don't hear that click, you bend it. You bend it too much this way. In other words, if the connector is in like this, sometimes when you move the slide back, if it's not bent right, which a lot of them are not, your slide will hit it and it'll feel resistance. So what people do is they'll just get a pair of pliers and just bend it a little this way to get it out of the slide's way. But if you bend it this way too much, you're not going to get that positive reset, and that's not good. Okay, so I don't know what can happen, but something bad might be able to happen if that happens. Okay, so that's Glock's OEM, and this is 3.5, and this is Ghost's 3.5, and I'm telling you, man, already, I just try to look for a target, see my front sight, and I could just pull right through that wall. Now, oh yeah, I could pull right through that wall. I'm shaky today, but the trigger increases, but there's no stoppage at all. It pulls through the wall. That's what I want. So now, I was shooting to the left with this, so I moved the sight to the right. That's what you do, the rear sight. Now I bet you a bag of friggin' donuts, and it's a serious bet because I don't fuck with my donuts. I will have to move this back this way because when I'm pulling the trigger, I'm probably not moving the gun this way anymore. It's probably going to start shooting to the right now because I moved the sight over. But I'm going to leave it like that. I want to take 5 shots, 5 shots, 5 shots, and see where those groups are. And if they're going a little bit to the right, I know I just have to put that sight right back to the center again where it was in the first place. I love these sights. Even though I was shooting to the left, my groups were tighter, more accurate. One big hole to the left. So the sights are doing their job. The stiff trigger was making me go to the left. And we all know the left is always wrong. Okay? If you know what I'm saying. Little joke there. Mostly wrong. Oh yeah, that's going to make it. Okay, so there's the Gen 4 Glock 19. Took the edge off the trigger a little bit, lightened it up just a touch so I can have more fun shooting target with it. And it's ready to go. I mean, that's just how fast you can do it. Now, if you want to make it even smoother, like I said, you could take it out and with a buffing wheel, no sandpaper, just shine it up a little bit, polish it up till it's shiny, and it makes those parts a little more slick, and it'll give you a slicker trigger pull. Very, very nice. I think this is going to work out. I'm going to keep this and put this in my Glock 17 because the Gen 3 Glock 17, Gen 3s automatically have a smoother trigger than the Gen 4s. Yes, they do. Because someone right now is saying, no, they don't. The fuck they don't. Yes, they do. I play with the guns all day at work. Trust me. So, I will put this in the Gen 3 17, see how that feels. And if I don't like it, I'll just get a ghost trigger again. But for now, hang on to that bad boy. Okay, video's getting long. What's the deal? Remember backgammon? I don't know why I was thinking of it. Remember backgammon? What the fuck was backgammon? What was backgammon? Remember? It would come in a fancy suitcase. You would open it up, it would be velvet and green and with all these chips in there, and it was called backgammon. And nobody fucking played it. Am I the only one that thinks about this or what? Anyway, I haven't seen that game in forever. Don't want to see it. Just wondering. I don't know. I'm a nut today. Okay, the Ruger Mark III 2245. This is one of my favorite 22s. A lot of people tend to shy away from this because of the difficulty in disassembly. As you can see, I put a brand new fiber optic sight on it. I haven't shot it yet with it on it though. This is nice. It's a threaded barrel. This is really sweet. And you know what? I haven't taken this down in a while, you know. And I just ain't afraid to do it. Just this back here is the mainspring housing. It's like a pen knife. You just pull this out with your fingernail like that. I know that far. Okay? And look at that. I still can't do it. You know what I did? I forgot a step. Okay. First step, when you take this apart, you got to pull the trigger. Alright, now you got to do it. See? But since I skipped a step, and I still didn't get messed up on it, I just remembered. So now you pull this out. There it goes, swings it out. And push that back in because that'll stab the shit out of you. Then try to pull that sucker, just rip it out of there. Like that. Okay. And then this is the bolt. Sometimes the bolt will get hung up a little bit, and that's this little release button here. Just wiggle that up and down. Something's not straight in here. And you just pull the bolt out. You know what I mean? And you can even go further and take the recoil spring out. You know? Bang. Boom. And then it's real simple. Then you take off the barrel, which this one might be broken up in enough for me to just push it off. Of course not. Let me get my mallet. Some guns require a mallet, so you just give it a little bang, tap it like that, and that's it, man. That's as far as you want to go. You know what I'm saying? Okay, it's very, very clean. So I haven't shot it, but I did clean it. Very nice. And it's all clean. And you just repeat the steps backwards. Now I'm probably going to have a problem because I haven't done this in a long time. I do know is this block here, make sure that's down flat, okay? That's for sure. When to put the mag in, when to take it out, I don't know. I'm just going to guess. Just don't be afraid of it. Alright, put the recoil spring back in. You make sure that recoil spring is a perfect circle. When you line it up here, you'll see what I mean. I can't show you. That circle, that half of that circle has to line up with that half of that circle and be a perfectly round circle, because if it's not, what's going to happen is it's going to stop this little penis from coming through. Okay? So you want to make sure that circle is perfectly round all the way around, and make sure this is pushed down nice and flush. And shit, when it's out, I might as well oil it. This gun does require a little oil, you know what I mean? And I'll just put a little dab. Anywhere I see rub marks, anywhere I see the glue them rub marks. So you know that needs a lot of oil right there. So I'll just oil the whole friggin' thing. Very lightly, you don't need a lot. Okay. Just enough on your finger just to moisturize the steel, that's what I say. Alright, I'm going to look at it again, make sure that circle is perfectly oval. And, oh shit, what do we do? I forget. Oh no, what do I do? Oh, put this back on. First thing you do is put this back on. Like this. See, I see some guys, their guns are so broken in, they just go like this and it snaps into place. This is still not broken in like that. So I'm going to give the muzzle a couple whacks. Make sure the rear is hanging over about a 32nd, and it's not, so I got to hit it a little harder. That's a little better. Look through, make sure the holes line up. There's a hole, and a hole, and just make sure you can see right on through it, which you can. Okay. There's a little dingleberry in there, and I'm going to make sure that block is down. It is. Okay, so far so good. I know something's going to get fucked up. Okay, now I'm going to put this in next. See how that it had resistance? Just back it out and just keep turning it until you find where there's no resistance, and there, it's right there. Okay, now I know the little penis has to go in there, and we're just going to put a little oil in there because there's so much friction on this spot, so it helps when you lubricate that little bastard. That's what she said. Alright, so when I put this in, I'm not worried about that dingleberry. I know you guys are worried about the dingleberry. Just put this in first, kind of have it like that, okay, and make sure you push it. It's a bitch. Oh yeah. See what's happening here is that round circle better be a perfectly round circle. It's a sucker. Okay, if it's going to do that to me, then what I do is I get the mallet, because it's going to still new, so you could assist it with the mallet like this. And just give it a couple taps. There it goes. See? It's popped up, it's nice and high, I know it's deep enough. Now here's the thing. When you're bringing this in, that little thing that hangs sits in this pocket. Okay? So you're supposed to pull the trigger and that should make it swing in, which it is. Okay, pull a little pen knife out, little thingy, and then when you push, you need to have spring tension, right? You feel that spring tension? Now if that was just going in there and sitting free flowing and flat, it's not right. So since I know there's spring tension, now I can fold the little bastard back in there, and that's it. Now I didn't have to put the mag in, the mag out, the mag in, the mag out, the mag in. You know, the reason why I didn't have to do that is because I'm almost positive I took that disconnect out of there. Okay. So another thing is, if this pulls back nicely and goes forward, you know you got it right. There you go. Okay, now I haven't messed with this in months. I totally pretty much forgot the rhythm and the steps, but I just did it because I know if I get stuck, I'm not going to hurt the gun. So I make sure it locks back on an empty mag. Okay, it does. Make sure the mag release, the bolt release works. It does. Make sure the trigger works. It does. Okay, it's all does. So don't be afraid of your Ruger 10-22-45 Mark III. I am not suggesting you take out that magazine safety. That's something I did. I'm confident with it because I carry Glocks, so Glocks can fire with an empty mag out. With the mag out of the frame, a Glock can fire. So I'm used to carrying a gun like that. So it doesn't bother me that this can fire without a mag in there. So I'm not telling you to do that. So don't do that. If you feel confident enough and you know that you're trained that way, then that's fine. I don't want to hear any shit. So, okay, that's it. Awesome. That wasn't too bad. It's a little rough. I think that's it. We're good to go. Thanks for watching. I'll give you some updates on the Glock 19 with the new trigger in it, with the new trigger bar, and I'll let you know how it goes. I'll show you the target. Maybe we'll do a shooting video. Actually, I should have did a video with it and then replaced it and showed you the difference. But we're going to see what happens now, baby. It's going to be good to go. Alright guys, I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and remember, I wanted to mention this because I always forget. I didn't get a new P.O. box yet. I'm working on it. I've just been lazy. When I do, I'll let you know what it is. And another thing, I do have a Facebook page, and years ago I thought Facebook was for girls, but it's really not. It's we actually have a lot of fun over there. A lot of fun. Me, E-Bommy, Mr. 45 Bullet, we all joke around over there. I automatically send my videos over there, and you'll see some of my personal friends over there that I grew up with. So I'll put that link under the video, and you guys can come over to Facebook and friend me if you want. It's a lot of fun over there. What else? Oh, my Facebook page, I set it up the wrong way. I set it up for a friend page, and I was supposed to set it up like a like page so it doesn't have a friend limit. So the Facebook friend limit I heard is 5,000. We're at 4,400, so I don't know. if I can do it over or not lose all my friends. If one of you guys could let me know. Can I switch it to a like page instead of a friend page without losing everybody? Leave a comment and let me know if I can do that or not, because I don't know shit about Facebook. But what I do know is there's a lot of laughing going on over there. It's a lot of fun. Alright? Alright guys, take it easy. Hope you liked the video.